Well, tens of thousands of people in more than 400 cities across the country marched and demonstrated today, hoping to pressure Congress to pass gun control legislation. Natalie Brand was at the March for Our Lives rally in Washington, D.C.
Gun violence has got to go.
From Fort Worth, Texas to New York City, Minneapolis to Parkland, Florida, Americans took to the streets to demand stronger gun laws.
Now!
One of the biggest rallies, Washington, D.C., drawing an estimated 40,000.
All Americans have a right to safety.
The first March for Our Lives took place in 2018 after the massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Jay Doyle's son survived the shooting.
He was there that day. He ended up being locked in a closet for 90 minutes.
The entire Doyle family traveled to D.C. for the original march. Jay returned this year.
Still trying to get some incredibly common sense rules and regulations put in place. That to me is the most disappointing thing.
The Parkland massacre pushed the Republican-controlled state legislature in Florida to enact sweeping reforms, including raising the age to purchase firearms to 21, waiting periods, and red flag laws that allow courts to bar an individual deemed to be a danger from possessing a firearm. Parkland's former mayor, Christine Hunchovsky, is now a Florida state representative.
If you look at where the American people are on this, there is such strong support for universal background checks, such strong support for red flag laws.
Zoe Torre survived the mass shooting at Michigan's Oxford High School last November.
It's definitely still traumatic.
The shooting compelled her to become involved in the youth-led March for Our Lives organization.
What is your message to lawmakers? That we will not stop. We won't stop until we rectify this issue.
This week, the Democratic House passed a series of gun control measures. They are not expected to pass the evenly divided Senate, but negotiations continue on a more narrow set of reforms. Advocates here say action is long past due. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.